Ah, estamos hablando de importante, entonces el vino y me saltó, el que estaba perdido era él. Vamos, tú sabes par de vaina, no te puedo contar porque te da la gente. Dale, yo te cuento.
Pues silencia el micrófono, eso sale en el en vivo.
It's the Celtics from Boston who find themselves on the road here today for an interconference battle. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge.
Jason Tatum.
Yes, that goes in. Well, Doris, both these teams have the luxury of a very deep bench.
No doubt, Kevin. A lot of talent on both rosters. What that means is the defenses need to be active and aware even when substitutions are made, because the next basket can come from absolutely any guy on the floor.
So it's the Celtics now, following the score by Oklahoma City. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, we know that Kristaps Porzingis can shoot the rock. He's a sweet shooting big, but you'd love to see him use his size in the paint.
Back to Caruso. To the paint. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
And Holmgren pulls it down. And so Caruso will bring up the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless? It's a foul there. I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis 7-3 says not here and not now.
There's the pick. Brown with it. Back to Holiday. 6 to shoot. It's tipped. The Celtics need to get a shot off. That 3 off the mark. Here we are sizing up G.A. Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 on the clock. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Pass to Holiday. To the right side. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Oh, trying for it. And they'll get another chance. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, 7'3" doesn't need much of a vertical, easy finish for KP.
Shots good by Williams.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Tatum. Out to White. Back to Tatum.
2 minutes remaining.
Over in the corner for Porzingis. On the clock. Off target with his 3.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. There's a good screen. Plenty of space. Again, Oklahoma City.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that 3-level scoring ability, that time working the mid-range.
Outside, Porzingis. Over in the corner, White. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Williams gets the bucket.
Boy, that is a heads-up play right there by Lou Dort. He sees an opening and gets the ball exactly where it needs to go.
Pass to Brown. Lets it go from 14. Holiday up top. Still yet to score. 4 on the clock. To the inside. Holmgren with the steal. There's Williams. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter.
The Celtics, 11.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How's he made the leap so fast?
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor. He's one of the most relentless drivers in the game. You have to respect his three-point threat, which balances out that dribble drive game, and he's willing to compete defensively. Sky is the limit for this young man.
Now here is Holiday. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to White. Back to Holiday. 5 to shoot. This ball movement by Boston. And it goes out of bounds. That one off George.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Oklahoma City leading by 4. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Knocked away. It's stolen by Brown. And here comes White. Leading the fast break. Tatum no good.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
Well, it's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And stolen by Tatum. Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. The Thunder leading by 4. Holmgren in the corner. For 3. The Thunder with another miss. And here's Boston. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Doors, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes. They led the league in attempts. But obviously, your two best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
The Thunder with another miss.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Back to Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Brown. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Thunder with the lead. Outside Williams. Over in the corner, Dort. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points.
That is about excellent concentration from Derek White. You play through the foul. Now you get the old-fashioned three-point opportunity.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Boston.
And guys, they've done a great job keeping their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Pass to Tatum. White looking around. Tatum a screen. Out to White. Puts up a deep three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
The Celtics with the lead from downtown. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
3 points.
White's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Celtics.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White rise and fire from three-point, and it is on target.
Here's Hartenstein. Lays it up and banks it in.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
That's to Porzingis. Down low. Stolen by Dort. Here's Williams. And he drives in. Here's Hartenstein. Porzingis with the steal. Holiday, no one around him. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
You gotta respect the range of Holiday if you're the D, showing he can hurt you from that area.
To the middle. Here's Hartenstein.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Here's White. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Celtics out in front as they wrap up the second quarter on a 12-4 run. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Count that bucket. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
That attitude going by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And he finished last season right around 71% from the line, so not exactly his best percentage.
Now here is Holiday. Horford. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. And the Celtics lead by 4.
Well, there isn't a shot Al Horford cannot make. And on the interior, that's easy work for him.
So it's the Celtics now. Brown outside. Takes it inside. The kick out to Tatum. Pass to Hauser. Here's Holiday. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Boy, that's the last thing they need in this game. Too close to be making those kinds of errors.
En la doca de antes, cuando iban bajando y veían que se acababa el tiempo, la soltaban rápido. En la doca de antes la soltaban rápido, no sacando el tiempo, ¿no te acuerdas? Que tú me puedes matar, tranquilo.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 11. Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams-Doris has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and frankly borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
Pass to Porzingis. And here's Tatum for 3. And the call will go against Aaron Wiggins. That's his first foul.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
The kick out to Tatum. And stolen by Wiggins.
That's what we call intelligent defense. Just put himself in a position to make a play on that kick out.
It's good from long range. Now it's a 3-point Oklahoma City lead.
And now this game's taken on a whole new reel since halftime.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 2 to shoot. Launches it. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout.
Pero él porque le pasó por atrás, pero eso era mío,
and go over the strategy. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
And the way the Celtics can attack teams' doors with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen. Well, just a great read by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, getting in transition, making it easy.
Back to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a one-point game. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Thunder.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
That's to Porzingis. Now here is Holiday. Got a piece of it. Inside. And again, it's Boston converting.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Screen by Hartenstein. Outside, Dort. Offline with his three. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
Free t-shirts are in.
We got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Boston trailing. Outside Holiday. Back to Brown. Pass to Holiday. Tatum a screen. Here's Brown. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display.
Ponle ahora oíste que no metió triple, Cat.
The Celtics, 34. Let's go!
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here are the Celtics with the ball. Outside, Porzingis. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Here's White. And White slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, just get right up and over the top of the defense. Gilgeous-Alexander, no doubt.
Tatum wide open, he fires one. And it's all evened up.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Holmgren in the high post. Over in the corner, Dort. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Dort got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, tremendous job having hands ready, feet prepared. Catch and shoot opportunity for Lou Dort is good.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Personal foul. First team.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Outside Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Williams, high post. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot.
The D feels like it's everywhere, and that pass should not have been made.
Brown, good.
Assist from.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change the game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Here's Brown. Back to Tatum. It's stolen by Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
SGA, that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to you. Big-time clutch delivery.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And that'll be his third foul so far. Tatum with it. Defended by Dort. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Just 5 to shoot. And Holmgren pulls it down. The Thunder lead by 4. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking. And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. And there's a possibility he didn't convert the free throw.
The very definition of their go-to player. Mr. Tatum, ball in your hands. Yes, sir.
And that one misses. And the Thunder with the possession here. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander just taking the initiative, drive into the cup with purpose.
Here's Brown. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. 1:16 left to play in the final quarter. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he uses the glass on the layup. Now it's a 6-point Oklahoma City lead.
With quiet confidence, the ruthless execution. You need a big-time bucket. Shai is on time.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. That's at 5. And there's another one for the Thunder.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And there's another one for the Thunder. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid